Hi everybody, Bunny Berry here. Today is Monday, August 24th. And today is the day we are going to, firm up all of our primary food goals and our primary food goals. That's what I meant to say. And to have a list of those 8 goals that have to do not with the food that we put in our mouths, but the food that surrounds our life. And then we're going to start working on our food that goes in our mouth goals. So I wanted to show you an example of my goals for the body. So as you can see, you'll look at my wall here. I have my Post-it notes, and on each note there is a goal. And then what I have done is actually check marked. Well, I did X's and O's. I gave myself little hugs and kisses. I voted a couple of times because some of them, well, of course, your instinct is, I want to do all of these things. But, you know, you have to be realistic about what you can get done in the 3-month time span that we have. And also, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with too many goals, because then you just set yourself up for failure. What we really want to end up with here is about 10 to 15 good goals that we can definitely achieve during this challenge. So I went through and I marked the ones that really would, with an X, that would really make a difference in my life concerning my body if these things happened during this challenge. And I put an X on them. And then I gave myself some time, walked away from it, came back, looked at it again, and the ones that had X's, I asked the same question. Which one of these would make the most difference in my life if this happened during the next 3 months? So I put an O next to those. And I voted until I felt really good about, you know, the ones that were popping out at me the most. And then I counted up all the X's and O's and saw which ones, you know, were clearly the ones that I was the most focused on. And those are, here, I'll just get them off the wall. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Those ended up being lose 20 pounds by November 18th. That's the end date of our challenge. And you see it got X's and O's. I voted 3 times for that one. Also, exercise 5 times per week. Those are my 2. But then there's one that also kind of I started realizing was really important too to me, and that is to visit a naturopath for thyroid and adrenal testing and to get treatment if necessary for those things, because I've had a hard time losing weight, and I've been doing the best that I can. Well, you know, the best that I can with raw food. And people have had amazing weight loss, you know, in a year that they've been doing it. And I've lost about 35 pounds. And, you know, people like Lowanna, I've lost like 100 pounds. Lowanna. She's been doing it less time than I have. So maybe there is something else. So I'm going to go to a naturopath and see if maybe there's something else. So I have my top 2 goals, but then I also have one that I'm also probably going to get done during this next 3 months. And then the rest of those that are over there on the wall, you know, I have them written down, and I'm going to go over and look and see how many of those. I have them written down. I got myself a special notebook because it's back to school time, and I got myself a new notebook today. I got it yesterday, actually. Wonder Woman! And this is my goal notebook for this challenge. So I have all my goals written down so that I can look back through them and see, you know, hey, at the end of this challenge, I can look back, or I can keep them up on the wall. We're trying to sell our house, so I probably can't keep them up on the wall because we show our house. But I can look back and say, actually, I did a lot of things on this list, like practice gratitude journaling and body brushing and getting a new pair of pants that fit my new buttocks. So you're going to go through that exercise with each of your goals in your primary food sections. And I have mine up on the wall, but I'm going to post them, and then I'm going to put in bold the 2 that I've chosen and make a little list. And then I've started working on my food goals. My food goals are really pretty simple. I mean, they're just, what you want to think about when creating your food goals are just how they're going to align with the other goals that you've set, okay? So for me, one of the things that I want to do as part of my spiritual practice is to fast on Sundays and just do juice fast only on Sundays. And to do that once a week as a spiritual gesture, but also as a cleansing part of my food program. I definitely want to be raw for breakfast, raw for lunch, raw for all snacks, and if I do decide to have some cooked food for dinner, when I'm making dinner for the boys, then I will allow myself to have some steamed veggies, and occasionally, maybe once a week, something like a quinoa for more protein. My goal is to drink 6 quarts of smoothie or juice per day, and to get in a pound of greens a day. So those are sort of some food goals that I've been throwing around, and I may actually adopt all of those. This is what I'm saying. If your relationship goal is like to go out to dinner with a friend once a week, well, you may not, your friend may not always want to have raw food. And you may not always go to a restaurant that has a raw option. So in your food goals, you can actually plan for that and say, when I go out to eat, these are the boundaries that I'm going to set for myself. This is my goal when I go out to eat. I'm only going to eat vegan. I'm going to ask for steamed. I'm going to, you know, whatever it is that aligns with your other primary food goals to make you successful in meeting all of your goals. So don't be so hard on yourself. This, especially if you're just getting started, and even if you're not just getting started, you know, percentage of raw, you know, high raw is fabulous. High raw is fabulous. 100% raw is fabulous. The more good stuff you eat, the less bad stuff you're eating. So just look at it that way. And remember to look at your food as these food choices, which is more nutritious when you're making those food choices. So work on your food goals, and I'd love to see your 8 goals that you've chosen as your primary food goals. And if you want to go ahead and add your other goals in there, your food goals, you know, try to keep it down to 3 to 5 food goals. You know, don't be too restrictive on yourself. Make it fun, make it doable, and set yourself up for success. That's what these goals are all about. So I'm going to write all of mine down here, and I'd love to see yours. And I'll get those cooking demos done this week from Raw Dog's book. I actually didn't have any sweetener in my house this weekend, which is a good sign. And both of the recipes that I wanted to make required sweetener. So, but I can't wait to make them because I need a little treat. So So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get your goals done. Get your goals done. Put them down here. I want to see them. And eat your veggies.